For all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Fantasy football season is fast approaching, and if you're looking for an edge this season, you need to contact the guys at Draft Day Consultants. The concept is a simple one. Draft Day Consultants takes your requests and connects you with one of their trusted analysts, who then guide you through your draft, whether you just need a sounding board on decisions, or if you need them to conduct your entire draft. Draft Day Consultants has you covered. Every one of their consultants has a proven track record of success, and have conducted hundreds, even thousands of mock drafts. Thanks to this year-round research and analysis, the guys at DDC have an unmatched understanding of player values. So gain an edge on your league mates this season by hitting up draftdayconsultants.com. That's www.draftdayconsultants.com. Now get after it, fantasy footballers.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Album is available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Boss Man Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Welcome in, everyone, to the Boss Man Show this week. We've got some exciting guests for you. Right now, it's just going to be me. JR is on the injury report this week, folks. He's got some flu-like symptoms. His voice isn't doing so hot, so it's just going to be solo. You're going to have to make do with half the duo this week. So it's just JD, no JR. But we do have on the line now from the OVC a very good friend of the show and an all-around nice guy, Mr. Kyle Schwartz. Kyle, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on. And usually when I come on, it means it's about time for some championship basketball.
That's right. And that's where we're going with our first topic, the OVC tourney. It's fast approaching, Kyle. How is everything shaping up for the tournament preparation? And if you can, provide us with the event details.
Yeah, we're March 1st to the 4th at Municipal Auditorium in Nashville, ovcsports.com, all the details. What makes our tournament exciting, we're the first ones to have our men's and women's teams punch their ticket to the NCAA tournament. So we're at the beginning of championship week. So it probably means we have one less week to prepare over all of our other conference friends out there. So preparations are going good. We have a couple new staff members this year, which are exciting. So we were at the arena today doing some things, and just looking forward to next week and getting everything started with the 8 men's, 8 women's teams all in Nashville over 4 days. So looking forward to all those teams coming here.
It's a big undertaking, Kyle, to put on an event of this magnitude, and I'm curious to know what you find to be the biggest challenges for you and the staff of the OVC when doing not only this tournament, but the other tournaments that you have on the slate.
Well, I've got a funny answer and a serious answer. The funny answer is the tiebreakers, and if anybody wants to go look at the men's and women's standings, the men's side, there's one game that separates second place and ninth place. So there are a lot of teams that could be tied. And the women's side, third place and 10th place is separated by just a victory. So everybody going to this last weekend's competing. So we were just sitting in the office today. If this team is tied with this team, what happens? And our heads hurt a little bit. But seriously, we don't want to brag on ourselves. I think we do a good job of looking from a neutral lens. We want to make sure it's a great championship experience for our student athletes, and that everything we do, doesn't benefit one team over another. So we started having meetings. We had a meeting in October, a meeting in November, a meeting in December, and then when it gets to be, this calendar year, meeting once a week and talking through everything. And I mentioned we have a couple new staff members. Our tournament director is new this year, so it's his first time going through it and facing logistical challenges of the building. We don't know what teams are actually, 8 of the 12 teams on each side are going to make it. We're not going to know who they are till Saturday night. So some of those things go into it, but just a lot of preparation ahead of time helps us through it all.
A lot of last-minute work is going to be done this year, I suppose. You got a lot of teams in the hunt.
Exactly.
Going to have to make up a lot of ground in a short period of time, I'm sure. Now you're listening to Kyle Schwartz of the Ohio Valley Conference on the Boss Man Show here on the Boss Man Radio Network. And Kyle, I wanted to talk to you a little bit, not only about the basketball tournament as a whole, but where you see the conference right now. Where do you see the conference heading in the future? How is the entire conference for basketball specifically shaping up in your eyes?
That's a great question. If you look, there's a lot of metrics you can look at. I know RPI is one that people put a lot of stock into. If you look at, for example, on the men's side, we're about 22, 23 out of 32 conferences. So, we'd always like to be higher. You want to be in the 15, 16s if you can as a mid-major conference. A couple years ago, when Murray State was in the top 10 nationally, we were up there 14, 15, 16. So, but I don't think you can always rely on those metrics being the end-all, be-all of everything basketball. I think we want our bottom to come up to the middle a little bit. And I think we've seen that. There's 360-ish Division I basketball teams now. We only have one team that's below 300 in the RPI, which I think that's key. Some years we've seen 2 or 3, and if your bottom is really bad, that's not helping your top. So we have a lot more teams in that 100 to 225 range. So, giving our schools the resources they need, helping them if they need with scheduling, with whatever kind of things going on behind the scenes, just so they can get better one step at a time. And, you win non-conference games. That's how you get better. So how do we schedule better to play teams that we can beat? And then once we get those teams on the schedule, how do we beat them? I think those are some of the key things. I think it's going well. We was talk about in meetings, there's only so much the conference all of us can do. We can give the tools to our teams, but at the end of the day, it's the wins and losses on the court that, we have no control of, but we want to wish our teams all the best and hope that they can win as many games as possible.
Well, and I think that you put it exceptionally well. You want the bottom teams to help the top, and the top teams to help the bottom, because when they're more competitive, when the bottom teams are able to compete more regularly with the top, it's obviously going to strengthen them and vice versa. So I think that that's an excellent way to put it. It's a great brand of basketball as far as I'm concerned. I know that fans maybe who aren't able to see or haven't seen a lot of OVC basketball this season, they can go online and watch for free, can they not?
They can. OVCDigitalNetwork.com. You can also go to OVC Sports, and we have a link right at the top where people can find it. We web stream every conference, men's and women's game, for free. Any phone, tablet, computer, or Roku, you can watch for free. No registration. The games are instantly archived. So, I know a lot of people, they don't have time at 6 o'clock to sit down and watch the game. They have young kids or they're doing other things. If you miss the start of that game, you can just pick it up. You can pick it up midstream, or you can pick it up as soon as it's over and watch the whole replay, which, our fans really like. Our officials, they can watch their performance. Our officials coordinator likes to watch that. So a lots of ways to watch it. And tonight we have 4 games, 3 of them on the digital network, 1 on CBS Sports Network, and then Saturday, 6 games all on the digital network. So when it's coming down to who's going to be playing who in that bracket, we try to make it easy for fans to watch the games, because it wasn't about making money and charging $2 a game. It was about giving fans a chance to see our product out there.
Yeah, and it's a great platform. The website is great. I was on it this evening. I go on it periodically to use that streaming service. And it was only a couple years ago that you started this, was it not, Kyle?
We've done this is the 5th year we've done it for free. We did it for 6 years before that with the pay model, and I don't think that benefits anyone. We just want to make it accessible for fans, and we were worried going free. We were promising a lot. We bought everybody high-definition cameras. It was a lot of undertaking, and I want to just brag on our schools. Every school does it a little differently. Some people have a full-time staff member who helps. Sometimes it's passed off to a media relations member. Sometimes somebody from their university side of their campus comes and helps. But our schools do a tremendous job of especially using students to run cameras and the production side. And we're about higher education. Collegiate athletics is all about the student, and we're really giving students a chance to get out there and get some experience. And I don't think our fans realize that, but the next time they're watching the game, they should think, these students at Campus X really do a great job in letting our fans see the game.
And that's an important point, because it is lost, at least on me. I didn't know that. When I watch these games around the country, it is a big student aspect to the production of these events. So I really didn't even think about it until you mentioned it. And it's an important point, because whomever is operating the camera, whoever is helping with the production of these streams at the various universities is getting extremely valuable experience. And that's a great benefit that the conference provides to the universities. So, you learn something new every day.
And they're great. They do a great job, and we don't pay them a lot of money sometimes, but they always show up. We had an intern a couple years ago who started. We were able to hire him then. Now he does our stream. So for our tournament next week, 11 of the 14 games will be on our digital network. The other 3 are on ESPNU. But that will all be done by him, some of our interns, some volunteers from our schools, and a couple of students. So it's not a professional crew, but it looks just like a lot of the games you would see on an ESPN or a CBS Sports or any of those channels.
Well, I can vouch for that, because I had no idea that these were student-run productions until you just mentioned it, and I wouldn't have known the difference. So, moving away from the tourney, I know it's a busy time for you, but what else is happening around the OVC and some of the other sports, and are there other things coming up that you wish to discuss with us?
Well, we get our indoor track championships in Charleston, Illinois at Eastern Illinois this week. So sometimes that gets lost in the shuffle that it's right before our basketball tournament. So that really kicks off our winter championships this section and in basketball. And then, once this is over, there's not a lot of time to rest, because April right around the corner, you go into tennis, golf, softball, baseball, outdoor track. So there's a little time to regroup. We hope our teams that make the NCAA tournament have some or other postseason, NIT, other postseason have successful runs, but just trying to gear up and do the best job to get through these championships and prepare for those spring championships. And there are a lot more of those that come back to back to back. So our staff has to do a lot of planning and a lot of organizing to make sure we're not run into the ground with all the work that goes on.
Yeah, we got a mix of vacation in there for you, Kyle.
A little bit. I mean, there's some fun in March. I'm working some NCAA tournament sites, which is always fun. And the last 7 or 8 years, I've always got to go help out the men's Final Four, and really enjoy that, to get behind the scenes and see what happens there. And Nashville, we're going to host the first and second round men's NCAA tournament site next year. So we always like bringing that for the fans of Nashville and get some great teams. And going to work these other events, we see how the behind the scenes works and take some of those ideas to really make sure when we host, we do a tremendous job.
Yeah, so that's an interesting topic. What was that Final Four experience like for you? And if you're able to speak about some of the things maybe you brought back and have been thinking about implementing in the OVC or have implemented with the OVC, I'd love to hear that.
Well, it's a much bigger scale, obviously, the Final Four, but we look at it as like, are there small things we can take? We look at how they distribute, credentials and information, and how they help the media do their job, especially post-game, and how the interviews work and the media workspace. We just sort of take it down to what can we do on our scale. So I'm always picking up the papers and the handouts they have and seeing if we can make ours better. And this is my 11th year now at the OVC. whatever we started with in 2007, I've really totally revamped. And when we hosted the first and second rounds 5 years ago, I was able to take that stuff and say, this is what we're doing moving forward. And it's also a good time to connect with media and some national media who may not cover OVC schools regularly, but you got a chance to be there with them and kind of pitch your stories or your ideas, or just so they can see your face. And the next time I need something, I need hey, I need a favor. Here's a story you got. They'll remember, hey, I met Kyle, and I remember that he was nice to me, and I'll try to help him out. So it's always a great experience. Growing up in Kentucky, college basketball has always been my favorite sport. So the fact I get to go work at the Final Four, if you'd have told an 8-year-old Kyle Schwartz that, I don't know if he would have believed you, because it would have been the best thing in the world.
That's why you're the best, Kyle. Right there, you do the job the right way, and we always appreciate you joining us to give us an inside look around the OVC, specifically the basketball tournament coming up. And if you could please give us the details one more time.
Yeah, March 1st to the 4th, Municipal Auditorium, Nashville, ovcsports.com/tickets. That actually takes you right to our championship page. Everything you possibly need to know is there. And check out that new OVC Sports, who actually just relaunched a new design site yesterday. So there might be a few bugs or whatever, but it's looking great. So we love when fans check that out, and links to all of our social media there too.
All right, Kyle, thanks so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate the conversation, and I'm sure you'll be seeing the boss man floating around that tourney. You'll have a chance to catch up with him in person.
I approved his credential request, so he will be there. We're looking forward to it. Thanks for the time. Always appreciate you having me on.
No problem. Folks, that was Kyle Schwartz, the OVC, Ohio Valley Conference. Tourney's coming up rapidly, and he's got a busy few weeks ahead of him. So check it out where you can. We'll see you after the break on the Boss Man Show.
All your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Fantasy football season is fast approaching, and if you're looking for an edge this season, you need to contact the guys at Draft Day Consultants. The concept is a simple one. Draft Day Consultants takes your requests and connects you with one of their trusted analysts, who then guide you through your draft, whether you just need a sounding board on decisions, or if you need them to conduct your entire draft. Draft Day Consultants has you covered. Every one of their consultants has a proven track record of success, and have conducted hundreds, even thousands of mock drafts. Thanks to this year-round research and analysis, the guys at DDC have an unmatched understanding of player values. So gain an edge on your league mates this season by hitting up draftdayconsultants.com. That's www.draftdayconsultants.com. Now get after it, fantasy footballers.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. academicsandathleticsconsulting.com, or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24, or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Boss Man Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.